all the way over and I'll see what happens when I edit. Okay, it's fine. Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I've got a bop or flop review, and today's review is on the new ABH Luminous Foundation as well as the new loose setting powder. So a little background on the foundation and the setting powder. The setting powder retails for $36 and comes in 5 shades, and the foundation retails for $38 and comes in 50 shades. Whew. So the foundation claims to be vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, long wearing, and no flashback. It says it is a medium coverage foundation with a luminous natural finish. Whoo, that's a lot of things that you're telling me, and I hope they're all true. So the powder says that it is vegan, gluten-free, non-comedogenic, dermatologist tested, alcohol-free, and long wearing. Now this doesn't claim to be no flashback, so we'll see. And like I said, this comes in 5 shades and the foundation comes in 50. Now I feel like this is the right direction for ABH to move into. They decided to just do all these complexion products at one time, and I'm like, hey, might as well, instead of doing little here and there. So yeah. Now you might be wondering why I have 2 of these and how in the hell and why in the hell I would spend $38 a piece on these. Well, I will tell you, audience. So finding shades for me is kind of tough because I'm in this, I guess, a weird place when it comes to shades. I'm warm, I have yellow golden undertones, but typically when you hear warm, people think, these companies think, oh, you're red. And then when they think, oh, you're yellow golden, then you're light or tan. No. I am not red, and I'm not really light tan, so I'm not light tan at all. I don't mean what I mean by not really. I'm not light tan at all. So yeah, shades, I typically have a hard time finding a shade because I'm in this weird in the middle. So the shades are numbered for the ABH foundation, which is great. I don't mind them not having names. I don't really care about things like that. A number for me sometimes is easier to remember, but I really don't care. It doesn't matter. So I picked up the shades 450 and 470. Now, when you look at the models on their website for 450 and 470, none of them look like me. Now, I did the shade match, shade finder that they have on Sephora, and I wear, I used the Urban Decay foundation because that's been a great match for me, the Stay Naked foundation. There will be an eye above if you'd like to find out how I feel about that foundation. And I'm in the shade 70 YW, and they matched me for that shade to 450 in the ABH foundation. But then when I went to the store and I swatched 450, this looks really light. All right, so then I was like, you know what? I'll grab the next shade, 470. Now here's my problem with brands and for people like me who are in between. I'm probably in between 450 and 470, more than likely. I feel like 470 is gonna be a little dark because when I swatched in the store, it looked a little dark. So I feel like there needs to be a 460. And 460 I feel would be me. Brands, please, when you're gonna number it like this, 450, 470, just drop a 460 in there. I don't care if it's 51 shades. I don't give a damn about that. Just drop a middle shade in here. There's a lot of people like me who are in between shade for all throughout the light, medium, tan to dark area. Like, just add a middle shade, damn it. Damn. I would appreciate it. I'm sorry. It's just frustrating. I just spent $38 a piece on both of these. Listen, whichever one, if none of these work for me, I'm taking them both back because I refuse to mix. I refuse to have 2 foundations sitting in my drawer that I have to mix a little of both in order to use them. And then next thing I know, they go bad because I can't get to use up both. So keep my receipt and I'll take it back. Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have got a bop or flop review, and for today's review, I am going to be talking about the new ABH Luminous Foundation. and the new ABH Loose Setting Powder. So a little background on these products. The foundation comes in 50 shades and retails for $38. And the setting powder comes in 5 shades and retails for $36. The foundation claims to be vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, long wearing, and no flashback. It says it is a medium coverage foundation with a luminous natural finish. The powder claims to be vegan, gluten-free, non-comedogenic, dermatologist tested, alcohol-free, and long wearing. This does not say anything about non-flashback, but let's hope for the best. So yeah. Now, I picked up the shades 450 and 470 in the foundation. And like I said, these retail for $38 a piece. Whichever foundation doesn't work for me, or if neither of these work for me, they will be going back to the store. You can buy these items at Ulta as well as ABH's website, and I believe it's in store at Ulta as well. I bought the powder in store and I bought both of the foundations in store at Ulta. So I got shades 450 and 470. When I did the shade match finder on Sephora's website, I used the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, which I love, and you guys would know I love it if you watched my previous video, which was a review on that foundation. If you have not, please, there will be an I that you can return to and you can click it. Anyways, yeah, so I got matched to 450 because I wear YW 70 or 70 YW in the Urban Decay foundation. But the model for 450 online on ABH's website looks entirely lighter than me. So I was like, well, let me go one shade up, and that is 470, which the model on the ABH website looks darker than me. And then when I swatched these in store, one looked too light and one looked too dark. So yeah, I don't understand this jump between 450 and 470. I feel like there should be a 460 in between. I am someone who kind of falls in between shades in that tan to dark range. So I have a lot of trouble finding foundations because usually people are like, or brands are like, oh, well, you're warm and you're yellow golden. So warm means red and yellow golden means light tan. No, that's not the case. I'm someone who is warm, yellow golden. I have yellow golden undertones, and typically my master tone is warm. I'm not red. I'm not red by any means. So please stop it. Please stop it. And please drop an in-between shade, because probably what's going to happen is when they do a shade extension, they'll drop a 460 probably in between here. But I'm like, you could have put 460 in between here already. The natural progression should be 450, 460, 470. Damn it. That should be the natural progression. I got the loose setting powder in the shade Banana. It also comes in translucent, which is considered colorless, vanilla, which is an ivory shaded powder. It also comes in this yellow, which is banana, which is a pale yellow, and it comes in golden orange, which is golden tan, and also comes in deep peach, which is a warm peach color. So yeah, hopefully this isn't too bright on the skin, because then I'll take it back and get translucent, because I like a yellow powder, but I like a yellow powder in the sense of like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder and the ColourPop setting powder, that it's yellow, but it's not too yellow. It's more on that translucent yellow end. This also doesn't claim to be flashback approved, like no flashback, so we will hope for the best. But yeah, I've already primed my face. I used my usual primer. I used my Wet n Wild jelly primer. If you'd like to see a review on that, there will be an eye above as well for that, as well as my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. There will also be an eye here for that too, for you guys to see the reviews I did on those primers. They are my faves. That's my go-to combination from May, and it is now September. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch these here now that I have them home, and I'm going to show you guys the packaging. These foundation bottles are gorgeous. I heard a lot of people online that didn't like the packaging, and I was kind of like, why? It's actually mad cute. This is what the foundation looks like in the bottle. Looking at it in the bottle and here at home, I feel like $4.70 may actually be the best bet for me, because I'd rather be lighter than I'd rather go darker in my foundation than too light, because yeah, I feel like this will be better. So yeah, but I love this packaging. I don't care that it just has big ass block foundation lettering on here. Like, this is cute. I think this is mad cute. It's the same bottle as the NARS Luminous or NARS whatever foundation, and people are over here complaining about that, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys understand how manufacturing and distribution works and ish like that, but a lot of these companies share the same distribution centers, manufacturing centers, so things like similar packaging throughout the beauty world is really common, and y'all should really stop raising hell about it, because it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal, and the more simple the package, the cheaper the item is going to be. There's a reason why a lot of things that we buy are expensive, when in reality they're not worth that much. It's because of the packaging. You're paying for the packaging. There's a reason why Morphe palettes are mad cheap. The packaging is mad simple, mad cheap. Boom, no problem. So instead of having a $45 to $50 foundation, we have a $38 foundation, because we have very simple packaging. Glass bottle, which is great. I love glass bottle foundations. I love how this would look on a vanity. Apparently the idea behind why it says foundation on it is for MUAs, so when they're grabbing things from their kit or they're lining things up, it tells you exactly what it is, which I think is nice. I think that's nice. The powder, on the other hand, is huge. This powder is huge. I'm also going to tell you guys how much is in these items. Look at this. This is, look. That's literally the palm of my hand. I know I have small hands, but actually it's a little bigger than the palm of my hand. I have small hands, but damn. So let's see. You're getting how much? 25 grams, which is 0.9 ounces in this, which is, I believe, a little less than the Laura Mercier powder. I think you get a little less. You get more in the Laura Mercier than you get in here. The foundation is, I need to look at the box. Okay, the foundation has 30 milliliters, which is 1.0 fluid ounces. So that's pretty much the standard amount that you're gonna get in any foundation. So yeah, so let's swatch the foundations and see how they look on the face. Yeah, I'm gonna put 470 on this side, and I'm gonna put 450 on this side. These have a pump. Ooh, it's matte. I love this. Oh, I love this packaging. I love this packaging so much. Like, they've already sold me on the packaging. So we got 450 on that side. And we got 470 on this side. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take two brushes, and I'm going to blend these out, because I didn't grab a second sponge. So I'm going to grab this Real Techniques complexion brush and just blend this out. Okay. And I'm going to grab this other foundation brush and just blend this side out. This is kind of tough, because I feel like this side is a better match to my chest, but my face is a little darker than my chest. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, whoops. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I wonder what happens. All right, let me mix the two. Put that up here on my forehead. I think I need a little bit more. 450. I would really hate to have to keep 2 bottles of foundation to mix it. Like, it would come down to whether or not, like, how much I like the foundation. And then I'm just gonna take this brush and blend this out. I'm mad because my forehead looks actually good. My forehead looks like this is a great mix. Okay, so my forehead looks nice. My forehead actually looks nice. My forehead looks better than the cheek, than these two cheeks. So I guess I'm gonna have to mix these two. If I like this foundation a lot, then I'm gonna have to keep them. And then what I'm gonna be doing is wearing the ABH foundation in every video, because I gotta finish them. It looks like this is definitely a little darker, but it's not that much darker. Like, it's oxidizing. This cheek looks lighter than, say, you know, down here on my face. And then like all of this, like my neck and lower face is darker than my chest and my face. So is what it is. But my forehead, where I mix the two and put them, actually looks really good. I like the coverage on my, and that was just a little bit that I mixed up there. So I'm just gonna mix them. I'm gonna grab my ABH mixing, I'm just gonna grab my mixing plate here, and I'm gonna mix them. And you know what I'm gonna do with this video? I'm gonna do mixing it today, and then I'm going to do I'm gonna do me wearing each separately, and then that way I'll know for sure what I like. This is about to get very, 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 this might be a long video. I don't know yet, but we will see. So today I'm going to mix the two, and I'll come back in the final video, or the final part of this video, and tell you about the wear capability. Because when I mix the two, that's what I get when I mix the two, and the mix looks pretty good. So this says this is medium coverage, but I feel like this is full coverage because it has covered the grand majority of my dark marks, like really, really well, like for one layer. Damn. Okay. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face at all. It's very, very lightweight. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I expected it to feel this lightweight. The Urban Decay foundation definitely feels lighter than this, but it's lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have a ton of product on my face, which is good. All right, so as you guys can see, full face on. Well, my foundation is on. The coverage is great. It feels really good. As you can see, I've got this kind of natural like sheen to my face, so it is luminous. It is not a matte foundation in the slightest. So I'm gonna finish up my face and I'll be back. Ooh, almost forgot that I was also going to be talking about the setting powder. So I'm just gonna be, I just put my Shape Tape on, and now I'm just adding that to my under eye area here. I almost forgot. The powder is very fine. It's very light. This is a big ass jar. I like how the powder sits in the what can sit in the well of the jar. Like, I like how deep this is, because for a lot of powders it's a little shallow at the top, and you end up with this problem where you open it and you got powder everywhere. So I like that that's gonna completely eliminate that issue. I'm just doing what I normally would do, which is I go over my powder with my sponge just to kind of like really melt it down. I didn't do the other eye yet. I'm just kind of blending this out since I need to fix my creases. Wow, I like that. I like the way it sits on my skin. So I just dip into the top here. I like to shake off any excess. Oof, I put too much on that time. I didn't take off enough excess. And I don't bake. I just like to brush it on to the areas where I just put my concealer. I'm also going to do my eyelids too, because my eyelids crease because I have hooded eyes, and anytime I put any type of like foundation up there or concealer or anything like that, it creases. Looks good. Do it down my nose and my forehead. These are the places I put my concealer. Now this foundation has already started to crease around my mouth, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this around here just to kind of help with that. And I don't like to pick up a lot because I don't know, I feel like it can just, makeup can go real crazy if you add too much powder. But it feels good. It's very lightweight, which is great. Like, it's probably one of the finest powders I've used. It doesn't look crazy. It's light outside, so I will take a picture when it gets dark so I can do some see if there's any flashback. But so far, I like it. I love the way it sits on the skin. Like, it just blurs out any imperfections. Like, this is nice. This is really nice. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. Look at that. Just flawless looking. I love the dye already. I'm like, oof, this is great. But hopefully there is no flashback, because that would be a serious deal breaker on this. And we're back with the finished look. Here is the foundation on my face. I finished my makeup at 6 o'clock. It is now 6:22. So far, the foundation feels really good. It feels like I don't have anything on my face. I wanted to go outside and take some pictures, but by the time I got done with everything, it's kind of like overcast outside. So I don't know if I'm really going to be able to go out and get any pictures. So I'll try and see what I can do, because I want to see this in its full effect outside in natural light. I'll take a couple Snapchat videos, you know, because it looks good. I mean, my makeup looks good to me. Like, in the mirror here looking, this mix between of the two foundations is nice. I'm noticing right off the bat I've got creasing over here. I always get creasing. Some foundations crease a little quicker than others. This looks like it's going to be one of the ones that creases a little quicker. It's a very natural finish, which I like a lot. Very skin-like. I still look very, very luminous. I don't look matte, and I don't feel matte, which is good. So far so good. I'm probably going to be in my makeup tonight until about 1 in the morning or so, because today is game night and we are going to play D&D. I feel like, no, I didn't. Maybe I did and I didn't. I don't know. I play D&D, which is Dungeons and Dragons. Me and my friends meet every Friday and we run a session. I am a level 8 sorcerer and a water genasi, which basically means I'm like a water genie of sorts. And a sorceress means I do magic. That's me. I do magic. That's my fun shit. So yeah, we're gonna do D&D. This session is gonna be hard, so I know I'm gonna be sweating probably from the sheer amount of problems we're gonna have this session. And I say that because I know my DM watches my videos from time to time, so You gonna make me sweat in this nice ass makeup. Thanks a lot, Taj. Anyways, yeah, so I'll see y'all in a little bit. So I think I said at some point earlier in this video that I was going to wear both foundations and then see how I like it. Yeah, so that did not happen. My face started breaking out, not from the foundation, but just because the world is cruel. I don't know. But it just, the more like I wore the foundations together and mixed them, the more it just seemed like, yeah, one is definitely too light and the other is definitely too dark. So I'm going to insert in here some video of basically me wear testing it the first day, because I couldn't get back on camera that night. But when I came home from D&D, I decided to just take some videos, some Snapchat video and some different lighting, so you guys can see my face. Now, throughout the night at D&D, my face felt as normal, you know, no change. It felt like a regular foundation on my face. And then when I went to leave, and I think we left a little after 1, almost 2 o'clock in the morning to head home, my boyfriend turned to me and he's like, yeah, I guess it's that time to go, because your face is looking, your makeup is looking less skin-like. And I was just like, oh, less skin-like? Oh my gosh, my gig. So yeah, when I got home and looked at it in the mirror, I was like, ooh, yeah. So this claims to be a long wearing foundation, but honestly, if you are going to be planning on being in this for 5 hours and longer, I suggest you bring some little blotting sheets with you, or your powder, something to touch up, or like a beauty blender to kind of like, you know, kind of soak up that extra oil. I used just now, because I filmed this look and I'm wearing both of I'm wearing the foundation right now, and I went outside to take some pictures and it was hot out. I came in and I used the Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa blotting papers by NYX. So I used those to blot just a minute ago, and I wasn't more so like oily. It was just, you know how you get that sheen on your face when like it's kind of hot outside and you're sweating in your makeup, or like just kind of that your face is like, we want to sweat, but your makeup's like, no, we're not doing that. I definitely suggest that, because these are not as long, it's not as long wearing as they think it is. Like maybe for someone who like never ever gets oily, maybe, but not sure. But if you're someone who gets oily pretty quickly, I suggest you set your face really well, or you bring something along to, you know, touch up, blot, something. But I mean, I like them. I like the foundation a lot. I just wish, like, my biggest pet peeve with this right now is just there's no 460. There's just this jump. It's 450 then 470. And I feel like, and now because I like them and I want to keep using them, using it, I have to keep both of these, and these were $40 something a piece. So ultimately, I feel like makeup companies need to, if you're gonna do these numbers where you're gonna have a 440, 450, 470, do a 460, 465, 470, 475, like that. Do it like that. Do some in-between shades, because when you make these jumps, you leave out people like me, you leave out people who are on the weird kind of in-between pale side, the people who are the in-between middles, the in-between deep darks, the in-between darks. You know, you leave out all of these people who then have to end up buying 2 shades and mix and get that ratio right in order for it to come out and look good on their face. Like, I honestly was fully prepared to only keep one of these and take back the other and get my money back. But that's not the case. I'll be keeping both of them. But, you know, it's crazy because I thought about, you know, I could just take them both back and then I just won't have the foundation. But I really like it a lot. It's a great looking foundation. Like, when I showed my mom after I got done doing my makeup on Friday before I left the house, she was like, yo, like, that looks amazing. What foundation is that? And I'm like, it's the Anastasia Beverly foundation, but I had to buy 2 bottles to get this shade. And she's like, it matches your chest and neck like perfectly. And I'm just like, now I gotta keep 2 shades. now I gotta keep the both of them. And like even on camera, you can see this big difference between the two. You can see how much lighter this one is than this one. And I'm like, y'all could have just did like a 450, 455, 460, 465, 470. Y'all could have did that. I don't know why they didn't. But yeah, I mean, so far the foundation for me is a bop because of the initial wear in the first couple hours. It does flop around that long wearing claim because this was not that long wearing. Like, I came home and I was real oily, and I don't typically get like super oily. You know, it's not usually too bad. It's not usually to the point where my makeup doesn't look like skin anymore. And that's when I was like, ooh, no, I don't want any of that. That's my whole gig. That's my whole jam, is for my makeup to look, just my base makeup, my foundation, just look like skin. You know, that's what I love. That's just the look I always go for. As my friend Chanel would put it, it's you do nice Caucasian lady makeup. And I'm like, bitch, no, what? I just don't want it to look like I have a ton of product on my face. That's all. I just don't want it to look like I have like 101 layers of makeup on my face. But I mean, other than my issue with the shade and having to keep both bottles in order to get the shade that works for me, and the long wearing issue, it's a bop. If you are looking for something specifically that is long wear, then I don't suggest picking this up. I really don't. Like, unless you're planning on being someone who's going to touch up often, then sure, you know, do what you want to do. But if you are planning on just, you know, buying the foundation, putting it on, and you're in the hopes of that you can wear it for 7 to 8 hours and it's just gonna look great at the end of that 7 to 8 hour period, you're going to be very mistaken. You're going to be sadly mistaken. You're going to be very sad, because that's not going to be the case. So for the setting powder, I actually love the setting powder. Like, this is a really nice powder, and it's just so damn big. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't put it in the same drawers where I would put my other setting powders, because this is huge. But and it doesn't fit in like my little like slot area. So, but this is nice. The color is great. Like, when I hear banana powder, I'm thinking it's gonna be a little yellower than this. So the fact that it was so pale kind of put me off a little bit, because it's paler than the ColourPop powder. So I was a little worried. I didn't want to run into this issue to where like my under eyes just look really like bright and pale. And the next shade was like deep peach or something like that, and it was too dark. Like, the next the next shades were too dark, and then the translucent, I was like, I like banana powders a little bit more than just translucent powder nowadays. So I was kind of like, you know, I really want to use the banana. But I'm glad this actually worked really well. It's definitely not like just this wash of yellow or wash of brightness under your eyes. It just, you could definitely like put it on like a little bit of it under your eyes, and, you know, sweep it away with a brush, pat it down with your beauty blender, and it just melts into the skin and it just blurs out your under eyes. I'm not wearing it today, but this just, wherever you put it, it just becomes filtered and blurred, and it's like magic. And I wish the darkest shade of this was like light enough that I could use it as an all over face powder. But maybe one day ABH would like do an all over face powder, because I feel like if they imply this logic to like a pressed powder, it would be amazing. I would definitely buy it, especially if they have it in my shade. But this is definitely a bop for me. So the foundation is a bop for me, outside of the issues with me finding a shade and its long wear capability. It's still a bop. It still looks great. The finish is great. It feels great on the skin. It doesn't feel like you're wearing like a ton of makeup. You can build it. You can wear less. It's a great foundation. So before I do my little usual spiel, we have hit 250 subscribers, and I'm like, damn, who are all you people and where did you come from? Thank you for subbing to my channel. I really hope you enjoy yourself and you enjoy my videos and enjoy me. Yeah, I just welcome. we have cookies. Next video I'll make sure I grab some cookies or something. My goal at the end of the year is to hit 300, and it's starting to look like a really real thing that's gonna happen for me. So hoping for the best to hit that. We're 50 away from that, so yeah. But thank you guys so much for subscribing. I hope you guys stick around. I hope to push out some real good content that y'all like. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down below so that way you can always be notified whenever I upload a video. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.